Hello everyone. In this program, I am going to print all combination of size R in an array of size n. So let's start the program, and then I'm also going to show the tree structure of this combination program. So here we have include stdio.h as our header file, and we will use here two functions, and these are the prototypes of that functions. So we have function combination util and print combination. So we will discuss this later on when we will call this function. So let's see what is inside the main. Inside the main we have this integer array which refers to an input array, and here we have inside this array 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 integer values here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to do combination of these 4 values. Then we have integer n equals to size of array divided by size of that element inside that array. It refers to if the size of array is 4, here it is 4, and for integer we know that the size of each integer is 4 byte, then it becomes 16, and the size of each array, each element is 4, so we get here integer n, that is the size of array, we get here 4, so that's it. Then we take integer r equals to 0. Here r is the size of combination that we are going to produce, the maximum size of combination, which is here it is 4. Then we run a for loop here to print all the combination values, and for integer I equals to 0 we take until I is less than equals to r, that is until I is less than equals to the size of combination. Then until that, till that I will be incremented, and inside that we write print combination, and inside this we have array n and I. Here array is the input array, this array, n is size of array, and here I is the variable that we are using to iterate each and every time until it's equal to the size of the combination. Sorry. So first of all we will see this function print combination. So what does this combination do? A temporary array will be given here. This data r is a temporary array to store all combination one by one. When one combination is done, it will be stored in this array data r. And with this combination util, it's another function, and here we will print all combination using temporary array. So inside this we have this input array data, this 0 which refers to the starting index, n minus 1 which refers to the ending index, and we know that array starts from 0, and when we write this array 0 we actually represent the value, the first element, we actually represent the first element when we write array 0. So by writing n minus 1 we represent the last element of that array. So this is the ending index of that array, this is the index, and this r is the size of combination. So now let's see this function. What does this function do? Combination util. So here in this function we have integer array, which is the input array, integer data, which is temporary array to store current combination. When we do one combination through this process, the combination value is saved inside this array, and this integer start refers to the starting index, integer end is ending index, this index is the current index in data, that the current index that we are going to save in this array, and this integer r is size of combination to be printed. So first of all we will use an if-else condition, that if index which is 0, starting from 0, if equals to r, if equals to 4, if it doesn't need any iteration, then if it is equals to 4, and if this equals to this, then what we are going to do, we are starting from j, we will go to that array, we will start from j, and until j is less than r we will increment it, and thus in this temporary array, we are going to print a new line. We are going to print a new line, and thus it will occur only when index is equals to r. We will go through the whole process, and then we will print new line. And but else, if this condition is not true, then we are going to initiate this for loop, which will start, in which we are going to name a variable I, and which I is equal to start, and until I is less than equals to end, and I minus I plus 1 is greater than equals to r minus index. Here, for the first time, index is 0. It will go through this process, and then it will increment, and until this condition is satisfied, the for loop will keep running. So here, with this condition, we mean that it makes sure that including one element at index will make a combination with remaining elements at remaining positions. That is, when we take, in case of this array, when we see we have 1, and until the end minus I plus 1 is greater than equals to r minus index, we will keep incrementing. That means what we will do, we will first of all print 1 2, then 1 3, then 1 4, and this will gradually continue. Then what we will do, we will keep this index inside this array, and that will be equal to array I, the elements I. And for that we will do this combination util array data I plus 1 end index plus 1 and r. So this process will be continuing, and that's how the whole combination values will be printed. So in this way we are going to make this, and here the function stops, and this is the whole function, and inside this function the whole combination value will be found. So now let us draw the tree structure here. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 elements inside the array. So first of all, there will be empty sets, and we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. For this we are going to so for this empty set, it will iterate again, and it will find 3 combination, that is 1 2, 1 3 and 1 4. Again for this 1 2, it will find 1 2 3, again 1 2 4. For this 1 3, let me show this here. For this 1 3, it will find 1 3 4. For this 1 4, it will not iterate again, since the size is, it reached to the size of the combination. Then again this 2 will turn into 2 3, and this 3 4. 3 will only go to 3 4, and in this iteration there will be another value 2 3 4. And after this 1 3 4, it will stop here, and it will get nothing. Then this will, after that, in this iteration, it will reach to the maximum size, to this size of combination, and we get the largest combination, which is 1 2 3 and 4. And that's how this code works. Thank you.